Most players completely overlook this, but the best way to be very expressive on the guitar is this. See, I just did it there. More on that in just a little bit. First of all, if this is your first visit, welcome. My name is David Wallimann. I've been teaching and playing guitar professionally for the last 35 plus years. I absolutely love doing it. And this channel is all about helping you express yourself on the guitar a little bit better. Really quick, I need to tell you about a new workshop that I just released earlier this week. In that workshop, we're gonna dive deep into what it means to be expressive. It's super practical. It comes with a backing track. You're gonna love it. It's completely free. I'm leaving the link in the description of this video. Do it after though, because I don't want you to miss on this concept. But after that, check out the workshop. This is something that I do quite often. It's kind of a staple move of the channel. I'm gonna put my guitar down because we are telling a story here. This is our pencil. It's not the pencil that tells the story, it's the author. We're gonna use this to tell our story, to help us convey those ideas, but the ideas come from inside. So that's why I like to put my guitar down, because whenever we have a guitar in our hand, we start thinking like players, thinking like scales and positions, and none of that. We're gonna start with the story. So put my guitar down, and we're gonna start thinking about some of the tools we can use to tell a story. Our mouth, our intonation. Just picture telling a story to a kid, bedtime story. You're gonna use a lot of different tools to convey some emotions that the words might not carry yet. And that's rhythm, intonation, pauses, lots of different tools that we can use musically to convey those ideas, to be more expressive. And the one we're gonna focus on today is silence. Check this out. It's nighttime. You hear a noise in the forest behind your home. You get out of bed, you walk outside, and then you see it. It's okay, there's a little bit of suspense there, right? Anticipation. What happened when you heard that? Well, you really wanted to know what it is I heard. And that happened in that fraction of a second. That helped you, the listener, engage into that story that I am telling. We're gonna use that musically. The story we're gonna tell is over this backing track. That's our canvas. That's the setting of the story. That doesn't mean that I don't have any liberties. I can still add some characters, some movements and things like that, but I still need to respect what we're hearing right now. And that's gonna happen with the scale we're using, which is E major. So if I play an E major, it's gonna match perfectly. Now from that scale, I can pick and choose some notes to create what I call characters, ideas, development. We spoke about that in a previous video, but that's kind of what's happening. Now the tool we're going to use here to add that engagement from the listener into what I'm playing is what I'm naturally doing in my voice, natural pauses to build suspense. So we're gonna start with a very simple phrase. Again, we're in E major. Maybe we'll play in this zone with the fretboard right here. I'm gonna start on the second string, 12th fret, and I'm gonna play that note. And then on the first string, 12th fret, first string again, frets 14 and 16. So those are the four notes I'm gonna use to kind of build my idea. Maybe something like that, right? Pretty simple lick. Now that last note, I'm going to play it with that anticipation. I'm not gonna give it to you right away. I still need to respect the rhythm. I've got the rhythm in the back of my mind. Try that. Gave it to you after, right? It wasn't straightforward, it wasn't, which works too, but this right here is like I'm feeding it to you right away, whereas here, giving it to you after. That's the idea we're gonna go with. So I'm gonna jam a little bit with this, and I'm gonna try to slow things down and not deliver the note that you're expecting, because you know that that note is coming. You know that it's coming because of the way that the sentence is built. But I'm gonna start to build that into my my story. You heard it, you experienced it, but how can you do that? And that's where we've got to take a complete 360 from what we're usually used to playing here, or maybe more like 180, right? Because 360 is back in the same direction. We need to do that by forgetting everything we've learned about guitar, because typically when we work on the instrument, we take a very systematic approach. We play over a metronome, we study the theory, we have rules to go by, and those are good things. But here, we need to take more of the freedom of expression type of thing. And it really starts with you telling a story out loud to get used to that. So take a simple sentence, it really doesn't matter. The three little bears were really hungry. I don't know. But try to say it with that anticipation. The three little bears were very hungry. You're getting used to those pauses to naturally place them. Once you do that a few times, you're going to grab your guitar and you're going to try to replicate that type of delivery with the instrument, with a simple lick. It doesn't matter what it is. Let's take this simple phrase, for example. I'm starting the first string, 12th fret. I'm going to descend 8 notes of my E major scale. Once I descended 8 notes, I'm going to go back to the second string, 9th fret. So that's our phrase. No backing tracks right now. We're just gonna get used to the delivery where we're playing it and then slowing down. The last note is gonna be given to you as kind of a reward. It's a little bit of anticipation before. After doing that a few times without the track, we're gonna bring it back in. Just really get comfortable with the main beat, because remember that's still established. Even though you're gonna slow things down, you're a little bit free with your rhythm, you're still playing with this. That's the canvas, you're telling a story over it. So I'm gonna start my phrase on the beat and I'm gonna slow down. Okay, so here's my beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You might need to do it several times to get really comfortable with that. You get used to that slow down. Eventually you're gonna gain confidence, and that's what it's all about. It's all about confidence. As you're jamming, don't just do that anticipation, because if you do, it's gonna be pretty tiring. But every once in a while, inject that. All about moderation. You need to inject those things, kind of like spices that you're injecting to bring out certain things in your story, certain emotions. This right here is really going to help you do that. We talked about one way of doing it, but if you blend everything together, just like it's explained in this workshop, man, your expression on the instrument is going to be so much better. It's completely free. Click right here. I'll see you in the workshop. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you right there.